Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Sorry about the quality again, I just can't get my camera to work, but there it is. I'm in the Highlands of Scotland with my remote broadcasting unit, and it's not really working very well, so you'll have to make do with this slightly pixelated rendering of my visage. Today I'm talking about something that I often talk about, Metallicos, Metallica, who been doing some really interesting stuff. You know, they got that album out called 72 Seasons, which I talked about at some length because it refers to the formative years, or the first 18 years of James Hetfield's life. I think it's a really interesting project. And they've got a new single called If Darkness Had a Sun, released on the 1st of March. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Yeah! Okay, so Metallica have shared the third single from their upcoming album, 72 Seasons. Upcoming? I thought that was already out. Okay, this time the single is 7 minutes long, so I don't imagine that they're, speculating that it will be on the radio. Not in full, at least. Anyway, maybe they'll do a special edit. We've already covered 2 singles from this, so if you want to go back, you can have a little look at my reaction to them. Here are some comments that were on the Metallica video itself. Keith Garcia says, love the riffs, love the vocals, and I really love Lars bringing back the Tama kit from the late 80s, early 90s. 7 people agree with that Tama observation. DB Reviews says, this is the best song released out of the new album so far, smiley face. And then Voldemares, he who should not be named, said, best song I've heard from them in a long time, could use better lyrics, but the riffs kick ass. Only 2 people agreed with that, and I expect they agreed with the riff bit. So let's have a little look at Metallica doing If Darkness Had a Sun. Some sort of synthesizer sound. It's probably not James Hetfield leaning into a microphone going, but you can achieve the same effect at home if you try. Sounds like that. Imagine, I think Lars probably went in the studio and said, here, produce us. I want a sound that goes like this. It's called soundscapery. Get used to it. Oh my god. Fiddly diddly diddly dee. It sounds like it's going to be like, what's that? There's a U2 song that does that, isn't there? What's it called now? Now, we can safely assume that Metallica haven't covered Sunday Bloody Sunday on this occasion. But that drum feels like Bon Jovi's most famous song. Yeah. So another wondrous moment to behold is the fact that Metallica operating very firmly within the metal sphere, but resisting the urge or the temptation rather, to detune their guitars. This is standard tuning. When I wake up, don't you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. It's probably not gonna be that either, is it? Let's face it. When I wake up, don't you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. No, it's not that. God, listen to the sustain on that note. You can go and have a bite and you'll still be hearing that one. Oh, so it goes fiddly, 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 diddly. Okay, just to point out that this is a 7-minute song. The singing hasn't started yet. We're into 1 minute 16. Now, if this was a pop arrangement, you'd have a producer saying, let's get to the chorus, don't bore us, get to the chorus. But that's not the way Metallica are doing it. They are building this thing from the ground up, and they've laid the foundations. I can't wait to hear what they build upon it. Yeah! Is he going Temptation? Temptation. It's not like that. Temptation. Temptation. Could be like a Sisters of Mercy song, actually, couldn't it? If it was like a straighter, instead of the... It's like this. Temptation. That'd be more like it, wouldn't it? Oh, it is like that. Tem. Yeah. Oh, I suppose you'll get some. So yeah, he did that. No. I mean, I've had the pleasure of sitting behind Lars Ulrich's drum set whilst on tour in Australia. He doesn't have a cymbal behind his head, which I've always thought is a missed opportunity, really. That's how I would do it, but you know, each to his own. I don't know, there's something about this kind of mid-paced metal that really turns me on. I just love it, you know. It's... What kind of tempo do you think that is? If I had to guess, it's going to be... I don't know, 120... What do we think now? 122, between 122 and 124 BPM, I would say. It's not quite slow enough to be disco. It's not quite fast enough to be like an AC/DC, you know, live thing. But it's just got that. It's just sitting in the, I don't know, middle part of the 120s. Well, it might be totally wrong. I don't know. Who's counting anyway? Oh yeah, probably whoever it is that set up their Pro Tools session. But you know what I'm saying is, like, some of that old school fresh, like blast beats and stuff like that, and Metallica don't tend to go in for that sort of thing. It's almost more atmospheric, you know. Temptation. Is it that? So it starts off on the Diablo, then it has like this descending motif that goes a semitone between each. Sort of thing that happens when you're having real fun in a rehearsal room. It's one of those riffs that definitely hasn't been over thought, because if it had been, it wouldn't be that simple, you know. But it is incredibly simple, and sometimes simple stuff is so satisfying. It's got one of those James Hetfieldisms on the end of it. This is what I've been saying about this, the stuff they've released from the new record. It really has. It has Hetfieldisms in spades, and that's awesome, because what do you want to hear when you're listening to Metallica? You want to hear James Hetfield going like that. Probably not with the tongue out, but you get the picture. Do I smell a guitar solo coming? Wah wah on there, lovely. It's difficult to do it up here. Sounds like a one-take guitar solo. I love it when people do this one. It's just so bluesy. And it's kind of like, you can always imagine like a blues guy doing that and going, and while he's doing that phrase, he's kind of thinking, right, what shall I do after this, I wonder? Maybe I'll do a little bendy bend, you know what I mean? Like he's probably going, I'm not sure how to get out of this phrase, I'm sort of stuck here, I know. And now what should I do? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's that kind of stuff. It's the sort of thing you do when you're planning your next move. You don't often hear it in a recorded solo. You hear it live a lot because that's just what guitar players do. They find a phrase that allows them to gather their thoughts, really. But this sounds. That's what I mean by it sounds like a one-take solo, which is pretty f***ing cool to leave that on there. Half time. Yeah! I didn't put a yeah in, sorry. I'm getting carried away.
Where it's darkest, dragging home the seed and harvest and all the...
It's like a second middle eight or something. Was there a middle eight before the solo? I'm losing track of it now. It's just such a long song. It's weird how it's sort of, you can tell that all the parts, if you hear the parts individually, you can associate them with the If Darkness Had a Sun. It's pretty... What's the word? There's the sort of thematic thread is definitely evident, and I think that the different parts are subtly different. But now we've got Lars going. He's not doing that. He's doing it with his feet. Something like that, probably. If I know Lars, I used to know Lars. I still do. All right. Cool. So what I love about it is like you get all those, and then when it opens up, that's all you want to hear. It's just brilliant. It feels so good. I'll be honest, if anybody else tries to do it, it just sounds like they're doing Metallica. So all you really want to hear is Metallica doing Metallica, isn't it? It's just... You gotta love the liquor. Yeah, the liquor. Not liquor. Those days are behind me. God, did you hear that? He was well out of his comfort zone there. You don't hear him singing up there very often. In a really closed voice, just properly roaring it out. It's lovely stuff. I really love the way, like, there's a lot of metal drummers that go, and they'll accent all those different sort of chugs using one of the sort of 2 or 3 kick drums that they have. But that's not how Lars does it. He's just like, he's really just sort of, he's playing a drum beat, as opposed to, trying to accent every movement on a guitar. It's quite minimalist, actually, which is very unusual for a metal drummer. I like it, it's got that jump out. Gets a little bit, what's the word? Bouncy towards the end, doesn't it? Yeah, bouncy. Alright, just excellent stuff. More great Metallica in fine fooling, sounding like the Metallica that we all know and love. What else can I tell you? 7 minutes of it. Enjoy. Justin Hawkins rides again. One take, see? One take. For better or worse. Again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and never take more than 3 attempts to record your guitar solo, because that's just cheating, isn't it? Nice one, guys. I'll see you on the ice. Cheers.